Hi, Ambassador Power. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm really looking forward to chatting with you.
Great to meet you.
I'd like to start with an issue that's timely right now, the global refugee crisis. What do you think about the fact that anti-refugee sentiment in the U.S. has been so high recently, especially since the Paris attacks and the San Bernardino shooting?
Well, I think our country has a couple traditions. It has one tradition that we're all, I think, very aware of, which is that we are a country of immigrants, often of refugees. Very few of us were here at the very beginning. And we are proud of being the most generous country as it relates to taking in refugees, far more generous than any other country historically. On the other hand, every time a new batch of refugees appears or emerges and we have to have this domestic debate, we also have a long tradition of maybe being a little bit trepidatious. And we have a reasonably long tradition, unfortunately, also of people in the political world, kind of stoking fears in a way that's not all that helpful. And it doesn't project well internationally. And I feel that here at the UN, just everybody asking me about comments made by this politician or that politician, and me saying that does not represent the majority view for Americans. So I think right now, and President Obama has done this, we have an obligation to meet people where they are. If they're afraid, to walk them through how we think we can advance both the objective of keeping the American people safe, which is, of course, the President's #1 objective, but also stay true to our values and lend a helping hand to families, just like our families, who have no place else really to turn.
Absolutely. And I know you yourself were an immigrant to this country from Ireland. Has that kind of shaped your views or feelings around this issue at all?
I don't know where my instincts really come from. I think one never does. You could make up a story. It's exactly because of this moment that this happened. But I certainly have a "there but for the grace of God go I" feeling when I see particularly mothers who have their kids, and I just imagine what would it be like to have to choose between staying in your home where because you're afraid you have no place else to go, but knowing that a barrel bomber could come or somebody could gas you with chemical weapons, gas your kids, where food is being used as a weapon of war. So that's, choice #1. Choice #2 is you entrust your fate to some creep of a smuggler who tells you you're going to be safe on a boat and that it's just over there. And then, these boats capsize routinely. The life preservers are not real life preservers. They're just, again, a means of extortion. Those are the choices that these families are facing. They're not coming, and appealing to come to the United States or any other country because, they want to sort of trade up a good life for a great life. They are coming to this country because they are desperate. And they believe, because of our traditions and because of the values of the vast majority of the American people, that we are a country that could understand that and that we do have the moral imagination to put ourselves in their shoes and think, gosh, what would we want? I thought Pope Francis, when he was here, I heard him speak before Congress and before the UN, but before Congress he said, look at their faces. Just before you think about refugees as a population or the 60 million people who are displaced around the world, think about each individual one by one and imagine the kind of calculus that they're making every day just to survive and to attain even just basic dignity.
Right, absolutely.